Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. Where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Cooper. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. From the gun, running back gets to give. Cross the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Might as well give it to him again. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Turns it on in midfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The run from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Wolf. Makes the grab down the middle. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And how about the bounce back for this QB? He's already got more passing yards right now than he had all last game. Nice job not getting down, not getting negative, not letting one bad game turn to two. Nice bounce back already in this next game.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He's looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wasting no time taking a shot. And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. And the return man just kept finding alleys to run in, and he gets it to the 46-yard line.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Here's the handoff. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. And the Wolverines will keep this drive going.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They're going to run it to the right. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's
got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Now adjusting. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Michigan 14, Georgia 0.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to throw on second down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid. Shot there, and now it's fourth down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Georgia.
Georgia lining up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
Michigan offense will take over. First and 10.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Now they'll run it on the toss. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to pass. It's Wolf. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
It's the MO of this offense. They really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Wolverines will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead. And trying to beat the D deep. And the pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Michigan. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their...
Intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Wolf. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the Wolverines get it past the sticks. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Floats it out in space. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They want to run it left here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Oh, my goodness, he spikes the ball on 4th down. It's a turnover on downs. Totally losing track of the situation.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Only 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Michigan 21, Georgia 0.
And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Lofts one high and deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Looking for more room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling.
And they'll take
On that return.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Wolf. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They'll leave it with him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Tackle at the 47-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Bought a little time, lets it go. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. And the ball will be blown dead at the 35, and that's where they'll put it into play. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
They'll go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. To throw, it's Wolf. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He wants to pass it on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one on a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Jacksonville State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there at JSU. They'll enjoy this one all week. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Michigan 21, Georgia 7.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They go to the ground. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. He lets it fly. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. That's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Leaves it with the back. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments to find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Michigan.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Right back to it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Now, a 4th down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads it left. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with